I'm Delaney Bauer. I play Miss Hannigan, and we're here at the Golden Bough Playhouse.
And we are currently working on our production of Annie Jr.
We have 66 actors, young actors in Annie Jr., and we have split the show for a double casting.
And it's actually a lot of fun because you get to take a little break and your double gets to go on stage and you get to watch them.
I learn from my double and she learns from me, and we both can kind of develop our characters like in a very different way.
The only role that isn't double cast is Andrew Mansour, and he is playing Daddy Warbucks. So we're in the Depression, right? And we've got this big rough and tumble corporate man, Warbucks, and for Christmas he decides he needs an orphan in his home.
And he thought that all orphans were boys, and when she came back with a girl, he was very confused.
I think it's like she melts his heart, that ice cold heart, and this corporate steel man becomes this loving, wonderful man who wants to help the orphans of the world.
So Annie is a very adventurous girl. She's not really like any other normal girls.
Annie is a little orphan living in New York. It's a tough town.
I have always loved the orphans in Annie. And in general, I love ensemble pieces. I know that might sound strange, but I cannot wait till the whole company comes on stage.
Your clothes may be cold, probably. They stand out of mouth, but brother, you're never fully dressed without a smile.
My dream was always to be in Annie, and it just never was an opportunity for me, but now I get to choreograph it, so it's pretty awesome. You know, the songs are all the songs that everybody knows. Working with double casting is always an adventure because while we're learning it, I've got one cast up on stage while the other cast is in the aisles also rehearsing. I'll teach one group and then we'll switch out. The other group gets on stage and I expect them to have it.
Is we do not treat them like children. They are actors, and we expect a lot of them, and because we do, they really do rise to the occasion, and I'm very proud of them for that.
They're all moms of the actors in the show, the actresses in the show. We've got Annie's mom, and there's Annie's mom, she's ironing. We've got Mrs. Hannigan's mom, and each one is going to leave each little orphan girl beloved to the audience who gets to see her. And that's because there's a lot of love going in from all the people who are willing to put in their hours and make this happen.
So Grace is obviously the secretary of Mr. Warbucks. She brings Annie in and is kind of like a mother to Annie, but she has a major crush on Mr. Warbucks, so I have to incorporate that into my character.
Miss Hannigan's pretty mean to the orphans. She runs the orphanage.
I'm very inspired by Carol Burnett, who played Miss Hannigan in the movie, and she played it very drunk and very comically.
So she's pretty fun to play.
When the show is over, I think people will feel like, oh my gosh, I totally get how Annie feels.
Yeah, I think the main message is just kind of accepting and just loving someone for who they are.
One of Daddy Warbucks' lines is, if you have no one to share your life with, you might as well be broke.
Aw, these guys are learning how to just kind of connect as a family. Like Warbucks is the dad, Grace is the mom, and Annie's like their kid.
It ends on a really happy note, but there is some sad parts in it, but that's life.
A good message in this show is to always keep believing, even if you're in the lowest of the low situation, and always believe in tomorrow.